Welcome to our discussion at St. John's Secondary School, Nandere. Yeah, today we are having students of St. John's, as you can see them, and they are going to be sharing with us their perceptions and experiences regarding environmental conservation and degradation in their communities. Yeah, it's a pleasure having you on set.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
We're doing okay.
Okay. When you hear about environmental conservation and environmental degradation, what comes into your mind?
What comes into my mind is it's all about the environment, how to take care of the environment, things we use in the environment.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name is?
Sandra.
Sandra. Okay, nice. Your name and what comes into your mind when you hear about environmental conservation and environmental degradation?
The case of the environment. Yes, we know that the environment has things surrounding us. But in our environment, we have got so many problems like deforestation and swamp drainage. Those things have led to environmental degradation. Have led to problems like global warming and floods. So the way how to conserve our environment is we have to carry out afforestation.
Thank you so much, Mark. So good. Move the microphone. Nyavo, what is your name?
My name is Sylvia Samara.
Samara. Wow, good names. Okay, what comes into your mind when you hear about environmental conservation?
First of all, environmental conservation, this is a way you have to conserve the environment, like protecting our environment. Environmental degradation, how people misuse the environment, like polluting. That's all I have.
Okay.
Environment are things surrounding man.
Things surrounding us.
Yeah.
Okay, what about environmental conservation? If you hear someone saying environmental conservation, what does it mean to you?
Environment conservation is the way we protect the environment or conserve it. Like people carrying out deforestation, you sensitize them about the bad things, the bad things about deforestation, like that.
Okay, thank you so much, Letitia. Pass the microphone. Your name?
My name is Nakandi Angela Prose.
Okay, nice to have you. Okay, my question to you is, what do you think is, okay, they have been talking about environmental degradation. What are some of the activities that you think that people do that degrade the environment?
They pollute, like throwing broken bags everywhere, the environment, bottles.
Throwing bottles like plastics and polythene bags.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one. That is plastics.
Yeah.
And what else do you think degrades the environment?
Some drainage.
Like
draining away the swamps for what?
For other purposes.
Other purposes, like,
yes, like
building houses,
carrying
factories,
out,
and carrying out other things.
Okay. Okay, what is your name?
Nakato Nachi de Rose.
Nachi de Rose?
Yes.
Okay, Rose, what do you think are the causes of environmental degradation in your environment or in your community?
Bush burning. When people burn rubbish, dirty air which comes from burning rubbish, it destroys the ozone layer. It's global warming. Another thing is poor disposal of wastes in the environment. People litter plastic bottles everywhere in the environment. Another thing is brick making.
Okay, Rose, why do you think people do bush burning?
People do bush burning to clear away bush, but it is not the suitable way of clearing away bushes.
What can be the suitable way of clearing away the bushes?
People can clear away bushes by digging, but not burning the bushes.
Yeah, digging and slashing.
Yes.
Wow, good. Good girl, pass the microphone. Okay, thank you so much, dear students. We've heard a lot about environmental degradation. They have told us what causes environmental degradation and some of the activities that people do to degrade the environment. And now, you're the one with the microphone. What is your name? And tell us, what do you think people can do to conserve the environment?
My name is Basamila Theopista. By encouraging people to plant trees which conserve the environment.
I think people treat fumes always from industries before releasing them into the environment so that it can release on environmental pollution and also destroying the ozone layer.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we've had them telling us about environmental degradation, the activities that degrade the environment, and environmental conservation, and the activities that we can do to conserve our environment as well. Yeah, so now my neighbor is called Solomon, right?
Yeah.
All right, Solomon, nice to have you. And now I want you to tell us, you as a student, what are some of the things that you can do as a student to conserve nature in your school?
As a student, I can practice some activities like rubbish collecting. I use those person bags to make balls and I sell them to the environment.
To make?
Balls. And I use those plastic bottles to make rubbish pits.
Wow.
And some other things are planting trees, like activities of planting trees. Here at our school Nandere, we have a lot of trees. You can ask like the head teacher to buy for us some trees and we plant somewhere so that we can get many trees that can provide us oxygen. Like, not there in the environment. There at Kampala, where there is a lot of industries, a lot of industrial fumes lead to falling over acid rains, which destroys people's property and houses.
Okay, thank you so much, Solomon. Bryson, do you have anything to add on what Solomon has been telling us?
Okay. To add on Solomon, as he said that we can use these things that we dump, which lead to environmental degradation, and we renew them and make other new things. For example, he said dumping of plastic bottles. We can gather those plastic bottles and make a dustbin from this because we have ever made it, and we can gather.
You have it here?
Yes, we have it. We can even bring it because we are very good in conserving the environment.
Wow.
And these papers, because it can be a plain paper like this, you can just dump it because it can serve talents. I can get a paper when I've just picked it, then I draw a piece of art. I can even sell it. So dumping of those papers, we can gather them and collect them. We can even make the ball through papers because I personally ever made it.
Okay.
And we can gather those things. So that's the idea I have of conserving the environment.
Wow, do you normally do cleanups here?
Yeah, we do cleanups at school. Actually, every day as a team, we clean up and we ask the the head teacher, we go down in the garden. If he has some plants, then we plant them so that to have a good environment here at our school.
Wow. Thank you so much, Bryson. We've heard a lot from you.
Okay.
Yeah, he has told us how they conserve nature in their school. Remember, we are at St. John's Secondary School, Nandere. We've had cleanups from him. He has told us that they do recycling, they do bins, that's the bins out of plastics and polythenes, not so?
Yes.
And balls out of papers.
Yes.
Wow, that is really great. Now, have you noticed anything that the communities are doing where you live or wherever, or even at school?
Yes.
I think we go by where you live because you've already explained us what you're doing at school.
Okay.
Yeah. That is addressing environmental degradation.
Yes. So I think what I usually see is our neighbor who usually cuts off trees, and by cutting trees, he cuts one and plants 3.
You see him planting the 3 trees?
Yes, I see him.
Don't lie us.
I usually help him in order to, because I think the best method of doing that is when you cut one tree down, plant 3.
Which trees does he normally plant?
This pine and calitus.
Do you know anything about pine?
Okay, I don't know anything, but I know it's a tree and it can help us get oxygen.
Okay, but it's not eco-friendly. So I think you need to teach your neighbor
Yes.
about the types of the trees he will
Okay.
need to plant the next time he cuts down trees.
Okay.